Hi, good morning. I want to draw your attention here to some crypto assets and their price charts, and discover something that we can do with the technical analysis, with the proper charting, and this when we use that as a way to find great entry points. I want to draw your attention here first to the fact that we use a lot of logarithmic charts when we analyze cryptos. Okay, this is essential for markets that move large amounts of points or large percentage amounts, and end up showing very parabolic curves when we chart them using arithmetic charts. Arithmetic charts are the ones that we use for Forex, for assets that do not move in percentage wise a lot per day or even in the long term. But charts that are like equity indices, for example, that are quoting in the thousands, obviously a 1% move when the market is at 20,000 or 30,000 in terms of points is a lot more than when that same market was at only 1,000 or 100 or 10. Okay, so there at some point we need to switch to logarithmic charts to start seeing the things in a relative way, yeah? Not fixated on price alone, but on percentage. And when we see corrections like the one we are seeing here, we have the price of Ripple, by the way, here, XRP on the chart. Okay, we see this correction. Yesterday, we went down here to a 57 percent correction, okay, to the 77 level, at least here on BitFX. Notice how if I go further down here in along the price, how this percentage number you can see in this red box in the middle, yeah, goes higher. But notice how from the beginning, from the very top, yeah, even a slightly slow movement, I can easily reach the 10%. I can easily reach the 10%. But then to reach the 20%, I'm not far, but it's slightly more than double that amount. And if I want to reach the 40%, yeah, if I want to reach the 40%, I go with 30, 40, I'm here. It's slightly also more than double that amount in terms of price points uh, to that encompass the 20% correction. And the further I go down, notice how the percentage number grows slower and slower. Here I can notice that the same distance as in the beginning was a 10%. Here to move 10%, let's say from a correction of 70% to 80%, 70% will be this correction, okay? I put it in big here, 70%. And at 80%, I have to go down, down. Here is 80%, a lot more in terms of price than in the beginning, the 10%, okay? Okay, because 10% of something that is quoting almost at $2, it's not the same as something that is quoting at 14 cents, okay? The 10% at $2 is a lot more in cents than at 40 cents, okay? And the same is true for reversals, for recoveries. So anyone buying here after this correction, this 40 or 60% correction we saw, after this correction, anyone who bought here at this line that we, by the way, we already had identified these lines. Okay, we identified this area before in previous videos where we said any break of this blue support here would probably try to find the interim purple channel, if not then the lower level, which by the way we can still see. But anyone buying here at the purple area, or at the bottom of this lower wick here, is already up right now 40%. Yeah, because this is, if you are buying something that has a huge potential, you believe it can go again to $2, and you are able to buy it below $1, obviously any slight correction, yeah, will be a huge increase. If the price can drop here to this support of 63 cent, more or less, 0.60 here in the price of Ripple. Yeah, let's say you are able to buy here at if this correction continues. Okay, from here, just a recovery to the previous high. From here, a recovery to the previous high is almost 200%. Okay, a loss, yeah, a loss that initially is, let me use this. So if, let's say we will see a loss, oops, sorry. Let's say we will see a loss to this level here, more or less a 70%, almost 70% loss to this 0.62 cent. Okay, so a loss of 70%, 70, yeah, on the way up is a recovery of 200. Yeah. So this is what big players or astute traders or astute investors know, that when you have a market that is in a bull run, that fundamentally not, there are no big changes. There are news coming out that affect the market, but structurally speaking, the macro picture hasn't changed at all. Yeah? And you see a correction that massive, obviously they think on the inverse. They do not think, oh, this is a 60% correction and the market is doomed here. We are in a bear market and so on and so on. But they think, if I buy now and the price only recovers to the previous high, not even continue higher, only to the previous swing high, this is a profit of 200%. Okay, so analyzing charts here with in percentage terms is very useful, and technical analysis can be used for that. There are a lot of people saying technical in this day, especially, oh, technicals cannot help you in those cases. No one announced it. Well, we have been having, if you notice in previous videos, also in the forex charts, the 21st of May as a key intersection date, around the 21st. Some markets would probably stage some kind of reversal or acceleration. So we knew more or less we were close to a time window that could be critical. And we have been tracing all sorts of scenarios here in case we see a correction. What are the levels to pick this opportunity, right? So technical analysis and the use of channel lines like we do here is extremely useful. And in case of crypto, the recommendation here is to use logarithmic charts, so we can better understand how the moves percentually are fit into the bigger picture. Also here in the price of Bitcoin, you see this the recovery from this bottom here, from this line. Obviously, if the price gets down to here, for an investor, going back to the previous high is above 100% of a return. So that's huge. Right now, from that bottom yesterday, it's already a 30%. It's already 30% recovery that we see. Okay, so and we see this in all cryptos, we can apply the same techniques to all of them. So as for the potential downside, there is still room. We are still in the window. Remember, we had this intersection here, this very big intersection in Bitcoin, where we have the magnifying glass here. These levels are traced here for months. Besides, I've been telling that some of these levels correspond to price gaps in the price of futures in Bitcoin. We know futures are associated with leverage, and we know that what leverage can cause to a market. It can bring the market very fast up, but then very fast down as well. And the market can only go up without a lot of leverage traders. Okay, so this is all stuff that we have been talking about here, and we are still within this window for the 26th May, in this case of Bitcoin, for a correction to this point. And if we don't see the price dipping down here to the sub 20, which not right now seems like, wow, imagine that. I mean, imagine if someone can buy here at 20,000, what a recovery that is. Just to hit the previous high, it's above 200% of return on investment. So this is huge. Probably a lot of people wanting to bring the market down there, or expect the market to go there to buy. I don't know if they will be able to buy, because there are also liquidity constraints in a scarce market like crypto. But technically, we could still see a dip to those levels here. So this window until the beginning of June is still a buying opportunity for shopping here in the crypto sphere, also in stocks and oil. More or less the same. We'll cover that in future videos. So thanks for watching.